Hello, this is Mary Lynn Maloney with the Orland Park Public Library. Thanks for joining me today for this how-to video on making little trinket bowls using paper clay or air dry clay. And we're going to focus on making this simple little project today. And we're going to add some texture to the clay and then paint the bowl when it's dry. So we're using a product that is really fun. It's very lightweight. It's almost like working with marshmallows. It's air dry clay, and it looks like a marshmallow. It feels like a marshmallow. It's not sticky. It's a little bit wet, and you can just roll it in your hands really, really easily. So to make a bowl, you can obviously, do like a traditional pinch pot using clay and just form it with your fingers like so. But to get a really specific shape, using a bowl like just a small glass dish works really well. And you also get the benefit of gravity as your dough will dry over the top of the bowl. So I'm going to start with my clay that I've just sort of rolled in my hands. And then I'm going to roll it out just using a glass or anything with a rolling pin would work. Just turn it around kind of like this. Get it nice and spread out. All right. Then you've got this. You've got your bowl. And here's our texture. It's a little piece of lace, and I'm just going to lay it right over here. Going to take my clay, place it over like that, and ever so gently press it down. You mainly want to press it into the lace. And you can see, if I flip this over, you can see how the lace is now sort of sandwiched in there. So keep pressing. You don't want it to be too thin because it might start ripping on the sides here. So keep pressing, and don't forget to press along the sides here and here. Now your clay is going to dry on its own. You don't need to fire it. You don't need to put it in an oven. It just takes about 12 hours or so for it to really set up. So I set this aside, but I have one here that I've already worked on. So let me just remove that. And here's one. Oh, not that one, sorry. Here's one that where the lace is still a little bit attached to the clay. So after about 8 hours, I would lift this up, see what I have here. And once it's on here, before you lift it up, it should come up pretty easily, but you might have to wriggle it a little bit to just pull it up. And here's the lace. And you're just going to pull it off and see if you can see that nice texture that lace made. It might be hard to see on the camera, but it's definitely there. It's definitely pressed in. Now this one is still a little bit damp because I just did it recently for the video purpose. So let me grab one that is completely dry. And here we go. Again, you can see the texture in there. And the texture is going to come out even more once we paint it. So you've got your nice dry bowl. Let me also talk about other shapes of bowls. If you wanted to do a bowl that is, for example, shaped like this, kind of with the fluted edges, I used the top of this jar, and I put my clay over the jar, or the bottom of the jar, and I wasn't so particular about pressing the edges down. I just sort of pinched them so I would get this little fluted look. And then when I remove it, when it's dry, it has this shape. Obviously, I've painted this one already. So you can use different types of jars or bowls. Here is one, for example, this little shape right here. I used the bottom of this little vase. Put the clay over the bottom, so when I remove it, I have this little shape, which is, you know, kind of a nice little tray. I'm thinking for using these for little, you know, jewelry or baubles or trinkets, something shallow is really helpful and fun. So here's another idea just for a shallow dish. Let me set this aside. So now we're going to get back to this one that needs a little painting. So this is the look we're going for. And you can see once we paint it, this lace is really going to pop out. And the way we do that is by dry brushing. And I have just some acrylic paint here. You can use whatever color you like. There's obviously tons of shades out there, so use what you have or use what you like. I like dark colors right now anyway, at least. I also like metallic colors. This isn't a metallic, but I think that would be a nice nice shade for a bowl. Okay, so I've got a little bit of blue paint. And let me just bring this up. So what we're doing is dry brushing. And just like the name implies, you want your paintbrush to be very, very dry. You're going to dip it in the paint and then just get almost all of it off of there. The object is to run your brush lightly over the textured surface, and you're hitting the raised areas with the paint. So that's what's going to take on the dark blue color. The rest of it that's pressed into the clay will remain white. So that's how you'll get your nice pop of color. So you can see I'm like running my paintbrush lightly on the side of the brush over the textured area. And really, really bringing out the lace texture. I'm going to move this around as much as I can so you can get a good view. And as you can see, I haven't dipped my brush back in. So I really want to keep it light. And if it starts getting a little too light and you can't see the contrast, I'll dip back in and start going over the surface again. It's really enjoyable just to watch that texture pop out. Okay, then to get the paint on the flat surface of the clay, there you're going to go in with a whole lot of paint and just go to town painting the whole surface of the bowl. So that's going to create your contrast between the dark and the light and you're going to have that texture that you've picked up with your dry brushing. So just continue to completely paint the rest of your bowl. I'll set this aside because you really don't need to watch me paint everything. So when you're done, you're going to have this. Now, when this inside dried, I went ahead and painted around the outside with a lighter blue color. And then the edge, I used a Sharpie marker in gold, but you know, you can get them in other, I'm sorry, these are metallic Sharpies because I wanted just a little hint of metallic on the edge of the bowl. And I just went around and around like that. And you can put that on as thick as you'd like. I wanted to just build up that nice metallic color. I forgot something about the edges. Working on the edges made me remember this part. When you are first molding the clay over the bowl, and you have it, sorry, when it's still damp, you can either, you've got choices here. If you want the edge to be kind of rough, you can just leave it like this. Or you can take something like just a butter knife. It doesn't have to be a real sharp knife. And you can just cut this kind of like that. So you cut it and then you peel off the edge, the little raw edge of the clay, just to give it a nicer finished edge like that. I kind of like leaving it a little bit rough, but if you really want to, just work on cutting it and making it smooth. And then the other thing that you can do once you pull it off and it's dry, I'll use this one as an example. You can take either a emery board and just sand the edges down like that. If you want that top rim to be really smooth, or a piece of sandpaper will do the trick also. And just lightly sand it until it gets to the smoothness that you want. Again, this little sample is a little bit cut up because I've been transporting it around, but you get the idea. Just sand the edge and it'll just give you a little smoother finish if that's what you want. Just take your time and do it slowly. You're obviously going to create a little bit of dust. You might even want to go ahead and wear a mask while you're doing it. All right, so that's the finished bowl. And you can throw your rings, your earrings, whatever little baubles you want. And I think it would be cute to have, you know, a collection of them, maybe in the same color scheme on top of a dresser or a desk or something to hold whatever little things you want to have as catch-all in there. But you can also do other things with this clay. The package that you'll get in your kit will make 3 good-sized bowls, you know, roughly the size of the ones here. But you might have some extra leftover clay. So what I like to do with that is I've cut a few little pieces of clay and I've pressed texture into them. Again, you could use the lace that we used, but in these instances, took the clay, small amount. No, not very much. For example, this little piece right here, again, I pushed it down. You could also use your glass again if you want to get it smooth. But I took an old rubber stamp and just pressed it right into the clay. And you'll get a nice texture that way. See if the light will catch it. And again, use your dry brush technique to just hit the top of the textured part and bring out that raised area. And then paint the edges and the back a solid color. And this is a nice little knotwork, Celtic knotwork thing that you can just, you know, put a little, you could use it, some cord, make it into a little necklace. You could make it into like a, you know, a backpack dangle. You could actually use jewelry findings, jump rings, and put a chain through it. So it's just a nice lightweight piece of jewelry. So I'm going to set that over here. Got paint on my hands now. This piece right here, I used a leaf. So I just, you know, I often go outside and rummage around and pick up leaves and twigs and use them in my art. So again, roll the piece, just, you know, condition it a little bit so it's all kind of nice and smooth. And this piece right here, this is how I achieved the leaf. I shaped it roughly with my fingers and then just pressed the leaf into the clay. You can also press the clay into the leaf. And pull it away, and you've got the nice leaf veining in there. Tough to see, I know. And then while it's still wet, you can pierce the clay and just use any kind of pointy tool. You know, the end of a paintbrush is good for so many things. Just go right through the clay. And there you go. You've got a little space now where you can put a jump ring or cord through. So I've got rubber stamp, leaf. This little guy right here was this cat rubber stamp that I just pressed into the clay and kind of got a fun little, it's kind of an abstract, groovy cat. Trying to get the camera to pick it up. But anyway, try different things, you know, press pencils into your clay, pencil erasers, maybe bottle caps, anything that'll create texture, and just have fun with it. You get a lot out of your little package of clay, and you know, you might want to make 2 bowls and 10 necklaces. You know, of course, it's up to you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Stay tuned for other crafting projects that'll be coming up. I'll be doing a holiday candle in late November. So just stay in touch on our website, orlandparklibrary.org, and see what's going on and come in to see us. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye now.